I mean, Caroline
Teaching
wanted
Tuesday.
to say some things, but
Yeah.
I thought
It's
about somebody who was angry.
Yeah, we've already started recording now. We're now back into
Maybe
Teaching
you should
Tuesday.
stop and restart. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I can talk to Eleni outside of, she's not even here.
She's not on the
Right,
call
she's
anymore.
gone,
Yeah,
right,
she
yeah, so,
dropped.
no, she can get in touch with me outside of this meeting, yeah.
they'll live to see another day.
Cool.
All right, Regis, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you want to share what you were going to put in the coding channel, or did you have time to stick around?
I mean, I honestly hadn't even formulated the question yet. If you just give me like a few seconds to run through it, so then we don't have to sit running through the interview. Just to get
Get us to the review screen, the preview screen. I mean, preview screen.
And Anna, for
Yeah,
context here, you sort of like jumped into like the deep end of the swimming pool. So we normally on Tuesdays and Fridays have our stand-up meeting, which is what you just saw, which is where everyone will check in. They'll say what they're working on. If they have questions or problems, what we call blockers, we'll try to establish how to get them through it. It might be, oh, hold on a second, we'll talk about that at Teaching Tuesday. It might be, oh, let's jump on a call or drop this in Teams. And then on Tuesday, after the meeting, we have a time which is basically just sort of open questions. It sort of acts like an office hours. Different people, Michelle also has like an office hours where you can drop in and ask questions. And then you can also find people just on Teams. And I'm really just sort of stretching the time while Regis is getting his stuff together. But on Friday, then we also have, and I think I mentioned this before when we talked before, we have an optional casual Fridays, which is directly after the stand-up, and we just stick around and try not to talk about our work. We don't always succeed, but we try not to talk about our work. And so yes, if you have questions or things don't make sense, please do feel free to chime in and jump. So I'm
The general
yeah.
guideline is don't spend more than 20 or 30 minutes on it before asking a question. Yeah. That's what I do, at least.
Yes, when working on stuff. I was thinking more particularly as we're talking, if we say things that we use weird words and stuff too, you can also ask questions there. I have two minds as to your best use of this time though, as to whether or not you want to sort of stick on for the Teaching Tuesday, because as you saw, some people drop off if their schedule is more amenable to other things. So if you would like to pick back up with the onboarding materials you have and watch some of those videos and do that stuff so that you'll feel you can contribute more, that's entirely, I'll leave that up to you. Or if you'd like to stay here and just let it wash all over you, that's fine as well. And was that enough time, Regis? Did I give you enough time? No, I didn't.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just loading, I think.
Well, while you buffer, I'm gonna plug Casual Friday this week for those of you who don't usually come, because I have a game that I was gonna bring. I got it for my birthday, and it's when you Google games for people who like to argue, it came up and somebody gave it to me as a birthday gift. And it's very similar to what we did our first Casual Friday together. So I thought I'd bring it. We could do a little bit of it, a little bit of other, just hang out. But we've got another game if people are interested.
What did you say the name of the game?
I can't remember the name of the game. I keep forgetting.
I think
so
it's
I'm
the mystery.
Mystery. Yeah,
I think-
imagination.
I think I've
It's
got
like
it.
Starfight or something like that, Michelle.
It's like superhero fight, or
Yeah.
I think I have it on the shelf, but
But
we'll do
I'll put it
Tuesday
in
and
the
then
assembly line channel. I'll put it in the Friday
There we go.
channel. Yeah,
That's perfect.
and you can decide.
Wait, so
off
is it
camera.
like who would win in a battle, astronauts versus cavemen? Sort of
Yeah,
thing?
but it's got like 3 cards, so it's like, a classroom full of kindergartners with jetpacks and a flamethrower or something like that versus something else. And so the cards it's like Cards Against Humanity, kind of funny, very similar to our first one. So, all right, Regis, we good?
I'm good.
Scared out no way.
All right. Is this sharing I'm always very bad at sharing.
It is sharing the
It is sharing.
the browser.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so as a refresher, this is through DocX. So we are on the exhibit upload page. So we have a list of the attachments, and then scrolling through, you have a preview of the attachment. But then if you continue scrolling, you have a duplicate of the attachment. So it runs through twice.
And does this happen with the download as well?
No, so that's the interesting part, is then when you move on to the view for download page, it doesn't do that. There are still some lingering issues when a JPEG and a PDF are uploaded at the same time. It seems like it takes preference over the JPEG and ignores the PDF, but I'm putting a pin in that problem until solve this one.
This is an interesting problem. So the document, when the preview document is generated, when you hit view, it shows the PDF twice, the uploaded PDF twice.
But then in the final review, it is not a problem.
That is very curious.
So it's
So one of the
Can we see the
things-
code on, oh, sorry, go ahead, Bryce.
yeah, we also, seeing the code might help. I was gonna say, one of the things that might help for debugging is that generally the, at least I think off the top of my head, is that the final form and like the preview form are different variables. I'm pretty sure the preview form is the AL user bundle, and the final form is from the AL court bundle.
Oh, is it?
I might need to double check that, or I guess we could double check.
So
that,
let's
but-
look in the,
But they're usually
it's probably easier in the playground, honestly.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna go back to the upload.
'Cause it won't take so long to load.
Yeah.
So let's go to the preview, where the objects block where you're creating the previews, the preview bundle stuff. Or I guess, no, the preview page, that's great.
correct.
AL
It is the
court
user-
bundle
yeah, so
is
it's
on
the
the
court
preview page.
Yeah.
So it's not the user bundle. What does the download have?
Yeah, the download page should also be generated here. That might be, maybe it's just the case. Oh, it was switched. So they are
It
still
was
different.
switched,
The
yeah,
download is still the user bundle, and the other one is still the court bundle for some reason.
which you might want to switch those up. Because I think we want them to be able to print the
I don't
to download and print the court bundle, not the user bundle, right?
So I'm not sure. I believe by default, the only difference between the court bundle and the user bundle is that the user bundle now contains like next steps for the person. So if generally if they're downloading it, we want to
got it.
include like the cover page that's like, here's some next steps for you to take, and stuff like that. And so I think that these are right.
Okay,
And I think the preview one is fine because this is what the court will see when you send this. So
okay. But is it what the court will see if they're not downloading it and sending it, right? If they're not downloading and sending the court bundle?
they'll
Like, does
still
it have the court cover page and all that stuff?
the preview page doesn't. The court, I think there's another, this is getting out of scope, but essentially I think
All
there's
right,
another,
all right,
there's
that's
another
fine.
preview page. If like the e-filing is going to be activated, if this is the final PDF that the court will see.
Yeah. So let's go back to the preview
Yeah.
page for a sec. This might be an internal issue that we'll have to file and solve for
Would you like
the,
In the
no, in the playground.
Okay.
Okay. Key preview. Like, I don't see anything here that would be doing that should be doing something unexpected.
So it's not
What do
anything
you
here, but
think?
I think the unexpected part. So so the unexpected part is that there's like the thing you're uploading is showing up twice, right? So I think if is that a question that you've defined in the playground?
I don't think so. I mean, so here's my review. No, that's a different page because review doc upload is a different page. I don't think so.
Where is where well it says uploads table. Where's the question where they upload their files?
Doc upload is
Yeah, we should take a look at that.
here.
This one? Okay.
Okay, I'd love to find wherever doc uploads appears in your code. Regis.
Like every instance.
Yeah. Oh, just a sec. There was one right there, 263. Exhibits attachments, I equals PDF.concatenate. I bet that is the problem.
That feels like it could be an issue, yeah.
Because nothing is resetting the list. So if this is being called multiple times, then you're concatenating the doc uploads multiple times. So I don't know where you're calling exhibits attachment. You just are looking for exhibits attachment because it's not going to have I. This should be the only place it has I. Keep going. Keep going. Wait, docketing statement attachment and exhibits attachment? That might be also a path to follow. What is late docketing statement attachment? Well, let's keep looking for exhibits attachment for now. Enabled, okay, continue. We're looking for a loop or some kind of where it is used. Go up a sec again to the previous. Because this is an AL document. Does it have an I? Yes, that's a list. That's a list of documents.
A dictionary more specifically.
So is our module looking for iterating through the list of documents multiple times?
No, so I think what will happen is that so I guess, yeah, this is a good like walk through what happens when you go through an AL document. So if you look back for AL court bundle as PDF, like I think it was the preview section, right? I don't remember where exactly that was. I think it was like, or what line number it was.
It's under the preview.
Yeah. So if you look back at the preview, so it's specifically right here, we're asking for the key, or we're like, yeah, like so specifically, like we're asking for the court bundle, which is this all of these different documents in the preview stage, which is just going to be like a different generation. Like with the preview stage, we'll generate them, and we won't bother to look at the like look for the signatures or like make sure everything is filled out. I think it'll save as like a separate PDF. And so I think what happens is that key equals preview on line 293, that gets passed to each individual document. And so if you go back, so now you have to jump back to the AL court bundle definition. And then each of those documents will essentially have a preview version and a non-preview version, or preview version and like I think the key is final for the after you sign it, the key will be final. And so yeah, late document statement attachment and the exhibits attachment will both have a preview and a non-preview. And that preview for when DocAssemble looks for it, it's considered the I variable, I think. And so
Right,
I
I
think that,
forgot how we were using I.
yeah, but I am. So that's like, I guess, just a broad explanation of what's
But
happening.
it does kind of loop through to get both of them somehow, right? I'm just wondering if that is being triggered once for each, and I'd be surprised that the final one is generated before the preview one. But I think one of them would end up having two documents because, so what happens if we go to the exhibits attachment, and forgive me, correct me if I'm right, Bryce, because this is just my instinct on it, but where it says concat or whatever. Yep. So every time that it looks for an equals PDF concatenate doc uploads, but it shouldn't.
So that
I mean, what is
that's
it
just
concatenate? It's just turning it into a PDF.
yeah. So that is just, I think, a bad name for PDF concatenate because it also is turning things into PDF. Because like Gretchen said specifically is that like you can bring in, or you can upload like images as well instead of just a PDF. And I think you need that to turn it into a PDF that the AL document then handles correctly. That might be a thing that we should be handling better in AL document, but I don't think that would be causing the issue.
Yeah, because it's each separate one. It just equals it. It doesn't append it or anything.
Yes, yeah.
So
We could check. So I want to see some of this information about like what's actually happening. We might be able to tell from the running interview. So if you go back to the running interview and just look at the sources, or not sources, the source button at the top. And then look at, I guess.
you want to see the variables and values?
Probably the variables first.
Just scroll up a bit, Regis. Just a bit. There you go. Show variables and values. Now let's look for AL court bundle, I think.
Yeah, this will be a lot to go through. But if you just
Command
search,
F
if you
or
just
Control F.
Control F, AL court bundle.
Underscore.
Yep.
Court. Underscore. There you go.
And this is the.
You've got elements.
So there's going to be a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily matter to us, but the stuff that does is going, the stuff that does is going to be under elements, and it's going to be.
Did you scroll down a bit? Okay, hold on there for a sec.
So there's a lot here. But the one thing that at least catches my eye that is likely important is this section part, or which is late docketing statement dot docx, which I think specifically means that everything within, am I drawing right now? There we go. Everything within this, like that bracket, all the way down to the bracket that I don't think it's going to show up on the same screen because it's pretty far down, but everything within that and like the bracket that's under the same spot is all going to be a part of the late docketing statement, .docx. And I think, and that part looked fine. I believe that like there wasn't anything.
So I think let's keep going down.
So necessarily wrong there. So yeah, let's keep going down and see. if we can
We've
find,
got-
essentially see if we can keep scrolling until we see like
This is
exhibits attachment. Just that as a name.
Keep going. Oh, exhibits attachment. There we go.
Here we go.
This one?
Well, there's one here for sure.
Yeah, so I
I
think,
think this is the same one.
yeah, yeah. So I think
Is
it's
it?
like the same thing of
The
everything
cache.
within
That's the cache. Got it.
that bracket all the way down. If you have Firefox, I know Firefox has like a much easier way of you just
We,
look at
we
the stuff
could
you
copy
want to,
and
but
paste
that's-
this into a JSON, Quentin, link to JSON thing at some point,
oh, okay, I'm not sure where that is.
a JSON expander. Do you have Firefox, Regis?
No.
Okay.
All good for now. Trying to think of
JSON
what-
editor online, great. So if you can open a tab to that site. JSON online, JSON editor online.org, and then paste all that JSON into here. Great. This should be, and go ahead and go copy to the right. Okay, so open up variables. And let's scroll down till we find AL Corp bundle. There it is. It's right there. It's alphabetical. Expand that. Let's go down to, it's only got 2 elements. Let's open up elements. And let's find, let's open up the second element, I guess. File name doc uploads. Interesting. Exhibits attachment. Let's just open up the first one and make sure we're not missing anything. A docketing statement. Okay. Can you
Yeah.
scroll down a bit on that one? I just want to make sure it's not getting attached to this as well somewhere. It doesn't, I don't see it. It's got elements 1, so you can collapse that one again. And let's scroll down a bit more. Let's go to, we've also only got elements 1 in here. So that's a little strange to me.
So I don't think that's super. I think that should be expected because that's
Well, it's
Essentially-
unexpected to me because there are, I would have expected to see 2 of them if we're seeing a copy, right? Like, this is what I would expect if it were displaying properly,
I see. Okay.
but it's not displaying
Okay, that's fair.
properly.
Well,
It's
I think
got-
it might. It would be. Would it not be under preview? Because the elements is
Maybe.
essentially like which key it's looking at. So if like there's elements and then
Yeah.
there's preview, and so if there were 2, they would be preview and final. But we haven't gotten to the
Yeah.
final screen yet. We've just gotten to this first
Oh,
screen.
that makes sense.
Um,
So many layers.
I think overall you are right, Michelle, that like it isn't getting added as, or exhibit attachments itself isn't getting added twice to the court bundle. Because there's only the late docketing statement, exhibit attachments once.
Yeah. But we've got preview, and inside preview, I'm not seeing, like, a preview should be essentially an object, a DA list, right? Because it's an AL document, which is actually a list of documents.
I think it's a DA file. Or preview
Really?
can be, yeah, preview can be either, it's either a DA file or a DA file list, depending on what you set it to. Maybe, I don't remember this part off the top of my head.
DA file collection is the other possibility.
Okay, so it is just DA file or file collection.
Or it could be a DA static file, actually, I guess, but not relevant here.
That's right. I don't think it would be a static file in this case. So I would say the one thing that I know we haven't checked that is sus is the doc uploads variable, which isn't here.
Go ahead and collapse that. Well, there is doc uploads file name was in there. Sorry, I'll clear that.
But yeah, I think either way, there might be some more information down there, but there's definitely information at the top level variables. So if you scroll all the way back up to the top, and you can collapse the AL Court bundle there. Yeah. And then doc uploads. Might give us some information on that at least. Maybe.
Open up its elements. Maybe,
This one.
maybe not.
Yeah, so what's under elements 0, that would be just if it's a file list, there's going to be multiple files. 0 if it's just going to be the first one in there.
Well, open it up anyway.
Yeah. That does look relatively normal.
Keeps, yeah, I mean, that is strange. Quentin, do you need context on what we're looking at? Because that might help out.
Sure.
So for the AL Court bundle, when they display a preview on the preview page, it contains 2 copies of blank PDF, which is, hang on, go, all right.
This is the previewed document.
No.
But let's actually freshly click on it since we have the preview page. But yeah, that's kind of. So we're trying to find out where this document came from. It does not happen with the AL user bundle when it's on the download page.
Okay. So this document is added twice, essentially.
Mhm.
And we know this is the exhibit that was uploaded.
Mhm.
And it's in the it's not in the final document twice.
It's not in the AL user bundle, which is on the downloads page.
So do you know that it's not if you use the as PDF method? Because that doesn't typically use the as PDF method.
Both of these are using that PDF. We can look at the playground again.
I don't think they're
Bundle,
using.
not as PDF, sorry, just to be clear. Well, why don't we try changing that just temporarily on the screen, adding the user bundle onto the same screen with the preview
Sure.
key.
So let's look for the preview page here. Yep.
So you can copy line 293 and just change it to AL user bundle instead of AL. Well, copy it as, not just change it, but change the copy.
To copy this?
Mhm.
Yeah, put it like right underneath, like on line 294 where that arrow is pointing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's like cut and paste it.
Cut and paste, or copy and paste, not cut and paste.
Oh, so we want it.
You're gonna want to have it twice.
We're gonna want to see both of them. Add a couple extra new lines so that they're each on their own new. Add another new line. There you go. And do AL user bundle now.
Instead of court.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I suspected something with the as PDF method. That's why I'm curious about this. But this will help us find out if that's true really quickly.
And then go ahead and refresh the page.
That 6 pages, does it reflect before, when you had the 2 PDFs, does the number reflect that it's doubled? Or was the number accurate and it was still doubled?
So it is 6 pages, but then the bottom says 1 out of 5.
So some of the pages got numbered, that one didn't. Which is interesting. Okay.
So go ahead and click on the second one.
Sorry.
If we close some of those extra tabs, well, it doesn't really matter. Okay.
So let's look at the bottom where the attachment would be.
And I can tell from the page count that that does seem to be the case.
Yeah.
Twice again. So, which is interesting, is there's also an empty page. which
Yeah,
means-
I was wondering about the empty page. Is that in the blank PDF document?
No, the blank PDF document is 1 page.
Okay.
All right, so I think we've confirmed it's something with the as PDF method that's doubling it. I suspect it's, well, let's just see, where are we defining the exhibit document?
It'd be the exhibit attachment in that block. There you go.
There's the
Right there.
document. And let's look for, yep, aha. Yeah, see, I think that this is just an item potency problem. So, but
Hmm. That's what I thought as well, but I didn't understand because it wasn't appending anything. So I
Well,
didn't know why it would
same.
append.
doc uploads, yeah, that's true. But PDF concatenate expands the arguments. Hmm.
It's only got one item.
What is doc uploads? It's just it's a DA file already.
DA file list, I believe it's defined in the question that's just above this.
So there's really no reason to PDF concatenate it. Why don't we take that out and see if don't delete that whole line, just take out the PDF concatenate. No, don't
Regis.
comment that out. We're just going to remove PDF concatenate from around it because I believe that should already be happening in.
Is
We don't
Python
really want
okay
to
with
that's what
parens?
you've done right now. So let's take off the parentheses too.
Yeah,
Ooh, tuple. Python.
Okay, and now we might have to refresh and go back a page actually as well. Let's try that. And let's see.
I'm concerned it might have been defined already, but at this point.
By
no?
this point already? Maybe. So one thing, I think I've said this a couple times, so we will be doing a bundled up version of the exhibit method, but this is good to learn more about how it all works. So. And that might be a couple weeks away still, so. And maybe we're
Wow.
finding bugs we would discover when we got to that. So that's another good reason to do this.
Yeah. How would, I'm just curious how PDF concatenate would be additive.
Well, it doesn't seem like it did change anything. So, well, it still could be, I guess. It could be happening when it does PDF concatenate inside that has the PDF method. Maybe it is because of the way that it's treated as a file list. Maybe it doesn't handle a DA file list correctly.
Good find, Regis.
Yeah, it definitely feels like something we might have to look at upstream. I mean,
think
in
if
our
you
AL
can give
document
us-
method, rather.
If you can just drop the link to, unless you already have, someone has the link to your repository. Is this pushed
Yeah, this is in our main.
in your main branch?
Yep.
Okay. So just something to experiment with if we need something pre-made.
Yeah. Okay. Bryce, thanks. So yeah, let's open up an issue for this. I don't know if anyone's already opening one. If no one is, I can wait for now.
Sorry, looking at the repository.
I just want to make sure no one felt like they had to redo it over.
All right. Oh, later, Caroline.
Is this meant to be multiple documents? I guess it is, right?
Multiple.
The exhibits, people could upload multiple exhibits. in your
Yeah.
current- Yeah. One thing we could have done is just set it to the first entry in the file list, is what I was thinking, but I don't think that'll help us here.
Hmm.
I think we just need to figure out how to better handle those when you're new.
Cool. Do we want to, since that's going to take some work on our part, do we want to take another, see if there's another question in the meantime? Do folks in the meantime have another question? We've got Kajal, we've got Catherine. Hey, Matt. Hey, Audrey.
Hello. I don't have any questions today. I'm just here for the learning.
Nice.
I'm just listening in.
All right. No questions for Kajal.
Room of lurkers.
Yeah, I love it. Regis, you brought up another problem that you said you hadn't explored yet. Do you want to explore that a bit?
Sure. So when uploading a document, a PDF and a JPEG, the doc upload will only show the JPEG in
If you switch it and upload the JPEG first and the PDF second, does it happen differently?
I'm not.
But you're saying a docx, right?
Yep.
Docx can't embed another docx. Is the problem?
Yeah, so that was one that we were working on before. And then I don't know if we actually ever resolved it, but it's like when there's a JPEG and a PDF, it does something odd. Like I said, I didn't really have a chance to like really look into it. It was more just like, oh, that doesn't look right. And then
For sure.
So wait, I might have misunderstood. So you're uploading a PDF, not a docx file. Like on the exhibit page, you upload a PDF.
yeah, PDF and then a JPEG.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, we could do some experimentation where we upload a PDF and a PDF, or the JPEG first and then the PDF, because I'm just wondering if it's making the first item disappear or if it is making PDFs disappear, right?
When the I haven't tried it for the JPEG first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that something we can do fairly easily right now, or is that hard to? Because we have half an hour, so
Yeah.
we understand you haven't explored it very far, but you
Yeah.
know, unless someone else has something to explore, we can go for it.
Regis, also, I recognize that I really put you on the spot and now we're digging in. So you're being a great sport.
Totally fine. I had to tackle this issue head on eventually.
Okay.
That's true.
So I can just go back to the document. And then I'm also having, I just had to do some rearranging for the questions because the lawyer's information comes after the doc upload, but that's not really an issue. That's more just.
Yeah.
Okay, that's new. That's never happened before.
Interesting. Cool.
Let's see on the other JPEG.
So your exhibit cover page is like all of these are images that are inserted into a Word document, basically, right? I think that's how it worked.
I think so.
I'm not sure if switching them in this way will make enough of a difference. You may have to upload. I don't know enough about the. How about that sports ball team? How about the freaking weather? I hear the weather in Portland is crazy. Just on the West Coast in general.
Right?
Yeah, crazy stuff. People don't have ACs in Portland.
Because it
Okay.
doesn't usually get that warm.
Because yeah, exactly. Oh, interesting. We have 5 pages now, which is fun.
Okay, so yeah, that seems good. I'm not sure why it's showing up here and there.
And let's go back and try and switch them and see what happens. Maybe getting rid of PDF concatenate changed something. That's interesting. I might go back before before the first upload, right? So do the uploads over again. Oh, I see you do both uploads on the same page.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting that it lists the PDF first.
I don't know if it's determinate which order they go in.
Got it. It might not be a list. I want there to be a city called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There has to be somewhere.
I think we're well overdue for numeric cities.
I mean, instead of New York, they could have called it York 2, right? York 2.0.
Did you upload just one file when you uploaded the blank PDF for that first test? I'm just trying to make a little replication of it now.
Yeah, just the one blank PDF.
Not reproducing it yet, so we'll see.
So you do have them both now.
Yeah.
PDF concatenate might have changed something. I don't know. I mean, we could experiment, put PDF concatenate back and see if we get the behavior back. I also don't know why that image is embedded in that document.
I think we could probably look at the template and figure it out.
Okay. Oh, your docx.
Oh, is that why it's doubled? Wait, I think, is it? I think that's the reason why it's happening to begin with. I think it's in our template. So I think you have a cover page which has a copy of the documents, and then you're adding the documents a second time. I think that's why it's doubled. Can we just check
we
that
look at
out?
the template?
Yeah, let's.
Ooh, that would be a relief. Goodness.
Late docketing statement.
Yeah.
Mhm. You'll have to share with us the Word.
Yeah, do a
instead of
new
the
share your
browser.
screen.
Exciting.
So I do think that was the way it was originally working, and it I just seeing that thumbnail. I think
Mm.
should confirm that.
Which is another way to handle it, right? I mean, you don't necessarily have to use the
Not-
bundles, but like it wouldn't
Not
conform
reliable.
to our.
Because there are instances where
There
yeah,
we go. Wow, nice. So we have doc uploads here. We have doc uploads here.
The bottom one is the one that's getting.
That's what's getting doubled, but this one is what is, I believe, embedding. Yeah, embedding it in the the
No, I
file name.
it's
That's
So
the
we're
just,
not.
that's just the file name list, yeah.
Okay, so this is what's embedding it, but what is maybe, but what's adding, would that be adding the PDF twice because the PDF can't be embedded?
No, it's a separate item in the bundle. It's in there. This is one copy, and the other copy is a separate AL document.
Yeah, so
Right,
it's
that's
both
what
in-
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's both an AL document and embedded. That also explains that blank page between the two, because it's embedding it here, and then there's extra space in the rest of the docx that's getting put as a new page before the next AL document is getting added. Okay.
I think we mean this space here, right?
No, the
No.
space below.
Space
the
below
doc
it?
upload.
Are there new lines there? Or,
Oh,
yeah, there are a bunch of them. Nice.
So I can
I was
just
like, yeah.
try to get rid of
Delete.
this doc uploads.
Yeah,
Mhm,
and delete
and
those
probably
extra
delete-
lines too,
yeah.
just in case there are a lot of documents someone uploads.
Perfect.
And maybe just hit the delete key just to make sure there's no other hidden new lines. Or you can turn off show paragraph format marks.
I think there he's clicked below and
Okay.
the cursor is still on the fifth item. So
Here, let's just check. This would be a quick way to do. This is a good thing to use for debugging templates anyway. So, yeah, we're good. You can turn that off.
New skill.
yeah, leveling up.
All right, so yep, I suspect we solved that particular issue.
You have to browse. You have to click browse. It's right here.
Ah, that'll do it.
Awesome. Always check the docx. You are restless today, Nicole. Hey. Oh.
So I think what was happening was a couple of things. One is that some of the documents couldn't be previewed inside the Word document, like I wasn't able to make a thumbnail to show in the docx file. And then the other one was that you had it in there in two places. So like, that's why it wasn't determinate whether you saw it twice. Some of the times it was a thumbnail that failed to display the docx.
Did I not upload the right?
I mean, it's got the same file name.
Oh, yeah,
Did you download one that you added a little one to the end of it or something? Where is this?
I see.
Oh.
Yeah, I was, yes.
I saw is first document at the bottom of the template.
Yeah,
Let's not use this one. If this is not the one you downloaded, let's use the one you downloaded and fix that one.
I think there was an overwrite type situation because I noticed that there's like a bit of a lag. Like I had to close out Windows.
So let's download the one that's online. Let's download the one that's in GitHub
Yeah.
so that we really don't take you backwards by mistake. So go ahead and yeah.
I'm gonna slap this on desktop.
You saved it with a 1 on the end.
Yeah, that's okay.
So rename it though.
Um,
Gonna need to rename it. I think you need to select it. I think you need to click on it. I think you need to tap on that name right there.
my poor computer is doing a little bit more than
Oh, I see.
I think it can handle.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna stop the share really quickly and then
Sure.
see if I can kind of.
If you turn off your video, that might help too. I don't know if mute will help. I don't think audio takes a lot of, but that's okay. You can try it. Maybe it'll help you that little bit extra.
Okay.
Did you upload it again?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Should
We
I?
can try one with just the PDF
Yeah.
and see if it,
Why was this so small?
I think because it's included on the page, it doesn't have it separate.
Got it.
If he, I wonder if it has anything to do with list items, but I suspect not. It was small even when it wasn't embedded in the docx, but I wouldn't be able to read something that small, so I think that's its own problem to solve as well. But it was included as a separate document as well. I don't know if that's intentional. Is that what you're supposed to do, Regis? To have it embedded in there and as a separate document? I'm not sure why it's embedded in there.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. I'd be interested in seeing if that image was embedded and a separate document, because I don't know why it would be showing up as both.
Want me to try it again real quick?
Yeah. If no one else has an objection. Okay.
So something we have to decide if we care about is normalizing the page size of different uploads.
Mm.
That could be kind of intensive, and assembly is already not that fast, but
Yeah.
at least I'm gonna make a note of it.
Yeah. Maybe once the upstream changes. All right, later, Matt.
The only thing is, I don't know if it really does anything other than change what it looks like on screen. It might just be fine when you print it. So anyway, I'm going to make a note of it. We can decide.
You can try printing it. No, it didn't get embedded. Very cool. Perfect. That looks amazing. I bet it prints it full sized because it doesn't show it smaller on a page. I think that's the complete page, right?
That's what I think
we see
happened
its borders.
in my
So
experience. Yeah. So it might not be worth messing with the sizes, but
yeah,
Well, thank you very much.
yeah, totally welcome.
welcome.
Thank you. That was it was good to see it all the way through so that we didn't go digging any deeper. It was great. And thanks for diving into that second problem, which then revealed the solution to the first problem. So really appreciate that. Very cool.
Yes.
That's all I've got. Unless anyone wants to help me with the regex, but that's not really an issue yet.
Ooh.
Oh, share your regex on the channel. I think
Yeah.
it'll really help you with it.
Along with, you know, the test cases, that the goal you're trying to achieve.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Audrey, did you
Right.
have a question?
Did not. Michelle heard
Okay.
enough from me during the week. Thanks
I
again.
can always hear more. Yeah.